isn't it?
Okay, we're leaving.
Going into abandoned buildings alone at night can be downright terrifying. But what if you stumble upon something or someone you'd rather not face? Tonight, we're uncovering 6 of the most spine-chilling encounters ever caught on camera. These stories will have you thinking twice before ever setting foot in an abandoned building alone again. Let's jump straight into the first unsettling encounter. Our first video tonight comes from 50 Shades of J, an urban exploration channel focused on abandoned buildings, underground spaces, and forgotten city infrastructure. The content relies on real-time reactions and minimal editing, with tension coming from unstable environments and the risk of discovery rather than staged scares. It is January 17th, 2026, inside an abandoned multi-story parking garage with underground sections in Dallas. The group arrives at a long-abandoned parking garage they have wanted to explore for months. Almost immediately, they notice burnt-out areas, destroyed personal belongings, and clear signs that people were previously living inside the structure. The space feels neglected and unstable as they begin moving through the levels, staying alert for security patrols.
I'll hold up security that way. Hold up, watch out, security that way.
Turn the light off, keep it off.
Hey, we can just go down a level. He can't see us down here. Look. Look, if we just go down one level, we'll be okay.
While searching for access to the underground levels, they encounter dark, stagnant water crawling with mosquitoes. The water is opaque, with no visible bottom, raising concerns about contamination, footing, and health risks. The presence of insects and standing water makes continuing feel increasingly dangerous.
We made it underground. We made it underground. It's so f***ing spooky down here.
We need to install a basket hoop under here and clean this shit. Basket hoop.
Lickies is crazy. What is Lickies? Bro, this shit look demonic. Like, this is scarier than actual demonic symbols. This is just bored.
Some of the graffiti is described as disturbing or aggressive in appearance. While the group acknowledges it may simply be vandalism, the combination of isolation, darkness, and hostile imagery intensifies the unease.
I can smell their piss.
You see one?
Yeah, no, there goes
Oh, you see the poop?
I know rat piss smell like no other. They'll supposed to be in my shed with my dirt bikes and shit.
As they move toward the exit, the group reflects on the surrounding area, noting the nearby convention center and sports arena, locations that may explain some of the items left behind. A full moon hangs overhead as they leave the structure, ending the exploration without confrontation, but not without lingering tension. This exploration is driven entirely by real-world danger rather than anything paranormal. The constant threat of discovery, environmental hazards, and evidence of recent human occupation create a sustained sense of risk throughout. Burnt belongings, stagnant water, rats, and claustrophobic underground spaces make the abandoned garage feel genuinely unsafe. A reminder that decay, isolation, and uncertainty can be just as unsettling as anything unseen. Perhaps it's best to experience the thrills of urban exploration safely, from the comfort and safety of our own homes. There's nothing quite like the adrenaline rush from behind a screen, snug in bed where the only chills we get are from the stories we hear, not the shadows lurking nearby. The next video of the evening comes from Parafear, a UK-based paranormal investigation channel focused on abandoned and allegedly haunted locations. Their work centers on real-time investigation, EVP sessions, spirit box communication, and documenting unexplained sounds and physical disturbances, with emphasis placed on personal experience rather than staged evidence. It is December 29, 2025, in rural Wales, United Kingdom. The investigators begin inside an abandoned farmhouse deep in the Welsh countryside, often referred to locally as the Witch's House. They explain that the property dates back to the early 1800s and has been investigated before, with reports of unexplained noises and apparent responses to questions.
Yeah, man. Thank you, if that was you. Could you confirm and do that again for us? There was something then. It was really faint though. Yeah. But that first one was good.
Immediately after asking for a sign, a clear knocking sound is heard inside the house. The timing, directly following the request, feels deliberate rather than the result of natural settling. Footsteps are heard upstairs, while both investigators remain downstairs. They stop and listen carefully, noting that the sound matches similar activity experienced during a previous visit to the farmhouse.
Because you heard it.
That was upstairs, wasn't
Yeah, it was upstairs. I thought it was just me tripping, mate, but...
No, I heard something upstairs, mate. Instantly looked to the top of the stairs, I did.
A heavier movement comes from above, louder and more forceful than the earlier footsteps. Both investigators pause, acknowledging the sound as coming clearly from the upper floor. During a spirit box session, a heavy thud echoes through the house. The reaction is immediate, with both investigators confirming that neither of them caused the noise.
Yeah. And I'm freezing cold in here now.
Oh yeah.
Ice cold, mate.
Hands up, look. Do you reckon we should do an EVP?
A cat ball placed in a stabilized position earlier in the investigation is later found rolled over without being touched. The investigators demonstrate how much force is required to move it, identifying this as the clearest physical interaction of the night.
Yeah, we need to get out of here.
The cat ball's just moved.
Oh. Grab me that cat ball.
Do you reckon it was them going to get to fall over?
Oh my god.
Because it didn't sound like a gun, M3.
No.
That did not sound like a gun.
It literally went...
It literally went...
A sudden loud noise is heard, directly behind one of the investigators. Both confirm it came from close proximity and was not caused by equipment, movement, or environmental factors. Throughout the investigation, unexplained knocks, footsteps, and physical disturbances occur inside the farmhouse, often following direct questions. The experience is complicated by gunshots and dogs heard outside, later attributed to local farming or hunting activity. Even so, the timing of these sounds alongside the indoor disturbances increases tension and concern for safety. Despite limited clarity from EVP and spirit box responses, the investigators conclude that something was actively interacting with them inside the house, particularly given the repeated sounds from upstairs and the unexplained movement of the cat ball. As activity escalates and external risks increase, They choose to end the investigation early, leaving with the strong impression that they were not alone in the abandoned farmhouse. Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you're enjoying it, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and right now, 80% of viewers aren't subscribed. So if you're one of them, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really means a lot. Your support helps us continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now, let's get back to the video. The next disturbing video of the night comes from Urban Vale Paranormal, a UK-based investigation team known for calm, respectful explorations of abandoned buildings and forgotten urban locations. Their approach relies on extended real-time sessions, minimal exaggeration, and careful use of EMF meters, trigger objects, EVP recorders, and spirit communication apps. It is January 18, 2026, in Liverpool, inside the abandoned Sandhurst Girls' School. The investigators carefully navigate the upper floors of the former school, moving past unstable flooring, missing banisters, and fire-damaged walls. Stairwells and classrooms are checked methodically to confirm no one else is inside. K2 EMF meters flicker occasionally as they walk, though the building itself remains quiet. As they approach the main staircase, they begin addressing any potential presence through their spirit talker devices, building anticipation for a first clear response.
Right in my hand, please. My name is Michael. We know you've had visitors here talking to you before, but we're just wondering if you could communicate with us. I'm definitely going to stay away from that area. It's more being seen than anything. And a bloody airtight. Oh, it's bad in here, Nerf. Yeah. We're getting some biggish spikes on the K2.
Using an offline spirit talker app, fragmented words and phrases begin to appear, including Fred, darkness, and agitated. The responses are inconsistent and difficult to interpret. Attempts to ask follow-up questions bring no clear explanations, leaving the communication feeling tense and disjointed. During an EVP session, one recording device abruptly goes blank. The interruption cuts off the session mid-attempt, and despite repeated prompts, no sustained responses are captured. The sudden failure adds to the sense of uncertainty surrounding the activity.
Radiator. Can you do that again, please? But thank you so much for setting that off.
Thank you.
And
give it like a minute.
Yeah.
Or you can't actually touch it.
Yeah.
You've got enough energy.
You can tap the little bell bit on the top of it and push it down and it will make a noise. But we do thank you for doing that.
Distinct footsteps are heard below them, coming from an area with limited access. The investigators check their surroundings and confirm no one else is present in the building. The sounds suggest movement in a section they cannot safely reach.
No, did you hear that opening? Because that's literally just out there in front of us. Trying to get my bearings in this place. Is that the main road just out there? Yeah. So we'd hear the gate go if it was a gate. So the gates are still closed.
It's that, but A bird had to make weird noises.
Yeah. That's
A sudden noise near the entrance draws their attention. They check gates and surrounding areas, but find no obvious explanation, adding another unresolved moment to the night. As daylight fades, brief flickers and interference appear on their equipment. The building remains largely quiet, and the energy feels depleted, suggesting the earlier activity was short-lived rather than sustained. The investigation produces brief but notable moments: EMF spikes, fragmented spirit talker responses, a dead bell activation, and unexplained footsteps, but is dominated by long periods of silence. Despite repositioning equipment and conducting multiple EVP sessions, the activity never fully develops. The investigators leave respectfully, acknowledging that while signs of a presence were evident, the interaction was inconsistent. They conclude the night open to the possibility of returning for a longer investigation, should conditions allow. Urban exploration often uncovers forgotten corners of the world, but it's important to remember that while the thrill of discovery calls, it also brings the risk of scary encounters. Sometimes, what we find hidden in the darkness is far more than we expected, and the quiet solitude of these abandoned places can quickly turn into something unsettling. The next shocking video of the night comes from Banks Ties, a US-based urban exploration channel known for entering abandoned and restricted locations at night. Their content relies on unscripted reactions and genuine environmental danger rather than staged scares. It is December 27, 2025, in Sacramento. The group arrives at a partially demolished hidden building at around 3 a.m. Although they joke with one another, they repeatedly acknowledge they should not be there. Almost immediately, movement is heard from inside the structure, raising concern that someone may already be present. Welded doors and sealed sections suggest the building has been deliberately closed off, increasing tension before entry even begins.
He said that they weren't even inside. They were on the outside. Some homeless dude came up to him, and he was like just staring at him, and then he started pointing inside, and he was like, there's things in there. They tell me to do things. Or he was like, there's a thing in there that talks to me or some bullshit. And then
Inside the structure, they navigate broken glass, collapsed walls, and unstable flooring. Loud bangs echo as debris shifts underfoot, raising real concerns that sections of the building could collapse without warning.
And we're hearing like banging noises, guys. This place could collapse at any moment, guys. So we are going to do the smart thing and keep going in further, guys.
Police sirens and heavy banging noises are heard outside. The group becomes acutely aware they may be trespassing while still inside a dangerous, compromised structure, increasing pressure to make decisions quickly.
I see someone. Okay, we're leaving.
that's not a person, that's your shadow, dumbass.
Bruh.
Multiple doorways and tunnel-like sections are discovered, giving the interior a maze-like, almost subterranean feel. Navigation becomes confusing, reinforcing the sense of being boxed in.
Did that door just open or am I tripping? Did that door just open or am I tripping? Is this Area 51? Guys, is that blood on the floor? Someone's coming.
Liquid begins dripping from the ceiling, confirming severe structural decay. At this point, the group decides the risk is too high to continue. The exploration ends without direct confrontation, but evidence of recent human presence is everywhere. Discarded items, graffiti, wet areas, and makeshift spaces suggesting people had been inside not long before. Shaken but unharmed, the group exits the building, warning viewers that the location is unstable, unsafe, and not somewhere to explore at night. There's something captivating about the unknown, and perhaps it's the uncertainty that draws us to it time and time again. The next video of the night comes from Fort Spooky, a UK-based paranormal investigation channel documenting haunted and abandoned locations with real-time reactions, careful debunking attempts, and minimal exaggeration. Their investigations are immersive, allowing fear and uncertainty to develop naturally rather than forcing conclusions. It is December 30th, 2025, at RAF Driffield, England, United Kingdom. The investigation begins with a return to RAF Driffield, a former RAF base abandoned since 1977, surrounded by entire streets of derelict service housing. Susie explains that during a visit years earlier, unexplained activity was captured inside one of the houses. She returns with Steve to retrace those steps and investigate further.
Oh, I just heard footsteps.
There's something banging out there.
Yeah. Listen. Somebody's walking upstairs.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
While inside one of the abandoned houses, clear footsteps and banging are heard upstairs. The sounds are close and deliberate, immediately raising concern that someone else may be inside the building.
What's that? That's a dead end.
Did you hear singing?
Yeah.
I heard that.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Steve, what the hell was that?
It's not mine.
Let's just listen to that one more time.
The investigators confirm that the staircase leading upstairs is completely boarded off. There is no physical access to the upper floor. With no route available, the earlier footsteps no longer have an obvious explanation. Inside the basement of the main RAF building, a distinct humming sound is heard. The noise is sustained, tonal, and vocal in nature, immediately alarming both investigators.
Steve, what was that?
The big bang.
Yeah. Can we go check it out, please?
I don't know where it came from.
That way. Wind. Wind?
Close the door. That door was open.
A loud bang is heard, accompanied by door movement inside the RAF building. Wind conditions are considered, but the behavior does not repeat in a consistent or predictable way, leaving the incident unresolved. Near the basement stairs, a REM pod activates unexpectedly, without either investigator touching or approaching it. The activation provides physical confirmation during an already tense investigation.
It's over in a long time.
That's not been
The living.
the living interaction.
I'm not scared of the paranormal, so this is...
Susie openly states that this is one of the scariest investigations she has experienced in a long time. The fear is no longer abstract. Both investigators appear visibly shaken and struggle to remain composed. This investigation escalates gradually rather than dramatically. What begins as unexplained footsteps develops into an emotionally draining experience, marked by impossible movement, a sustained humming sound, unexplained bangs, and device activation. Multiple checks confirm no one else is present, and environmental explanations fail to fully account for what was captured. By the end of the night, both investigators are exhausted and uneasy, close to abandoning the investigation altogether. RAF Driffield leaves them with unanswered questions and a lingering sense that something was present, aware, and deeply unsettling, even without ever being seen. Before the next clip, if you're enjoying the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and right now, 80% of viewers aren't subscribed. So if you're one of them, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really means a lot. Your support helps us continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now, let's get back to the video. The last video of the night comes from Hondify, a UK-based urban exploration and adventure channel known for entering large, unstable structures at night. Their content blends humor with tension, relying on unscripted reactions and the real risks of abandoned environments rather than staged scares. It is January 14th, 2026, in St. Louis, at an abandoned amusement park and surrounding industrial ruins. The team moves deeper into the site, stepping over broken fencing, debris, and overgrown paths. They comment on the unfinished maze-like layout of the park and industrial buildings, hollow concrete shells, open pits, and elevated platforms that disappear into darkness. Flashlights reveal warped concrete and hidden corners, while distant noises echo through the structures.
Look at the smoke. Nigga, we're retarded. Oh, dude, this is f***ing sweet.
Smoke suddenly appears inside one of the buildings. The group reacts immediately, unsure whether it is dust, vapor, or something else entirely. While climbing higher platforms, unexplained creaks and dull thuds are heard nearby. The group pauses repeatedly, warning one another to move carefully as they navigate ladders and uneven flooring. Each sound reinforces how unstable the structure may be.
You see the smoke, right?
Yeah. Oh, you heard that?
Okay.
Did they just say the N-word? Oh, nah, talk about sketchy.
They reach an area where the concrete is visibly bent and warped, suggesting long-term structural stress. Sounds echo unpredictably through the space, making the building feel vast and disorienting. A lower section comes into view, lined with old tracks, likely tied to the site's industrial past. The confined darkness below creates a sense of unease, with the group acknowledging how many unseen hazards could be hidden beneath the surface.
Bro, that is high as fuck. What the hell? Man, I'm in some Minecraft geode right now. What the hell is this? This is some real ass rock right here. Imagine it all collapse. Think about that. What if someone was under there and
The team climbs tall, exposed structures, now fully aware of the height and instability beneath them. They discuss the risk of collapse and the danger of falling, keeping their movements controlled and cautious until they finally begin making their way out. The exploration steadily escalates from curiosity into sustained tension. Smoke, unexplained noises, warped concrete, underground sections, and exposed heights combine to make the location feel genuinely dangerous. While humor and banter remain part of the dynamic, the risks are never far from the surface. Hondify captures the experience without exaggeration, showing how abandoned amusement parks and industrial ruins can become unpredictable, claustrophobic, and unsettling, even without anything overtly paranormal taking place. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these 6 spine-tingling encounters, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more chilling and terrifying videos. There's always another mystery waiting to be uncovered, and you won't want to miss what's next. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.